In today's video, I would like to talk about how to use AI for reasoning. Now, I don't just mean asking it a question and getting a response, or asking it to think about a question and getting a response. I'm talking about a formal library of reasoning agent applications that apply a number of critical thinking patterns to AI. This is extremely handy for exploring any subject matter, and I have come to think of it as a kind of philosophical calculator. Now, to demo this, we're going to launch 3 different sessions. Each session enables a single kind of reasoning task. We will ask each session a question. First, let's go with Socratic dialog. Save configuration. Go with the defaults here. And then review and launch. Launch AI session. This is Socratic, so let's say, what is the nature of sentience? Well, that's thinking about it. We're going to open the home in a new tab. We're going to start a new session, chat, haiku, new directory. We are going to remove the old task type. It saves your previous configuration for convenience. And this time, let's enable analogical reasoning. Default configuration. Okay. Review and launch session. So, for an analogy about explain modern monetary theory to a squirrel. Again, we'll click home and new tab and start off a third task. Chat, haiku, new directory, automation, point to temperature. We will remove the previous task type. And let's do brainstorming. Default configuration. We've got brainstorming. Now, what's a good brainstorming question? I know. Solve climate change. If we go back to our first one, what is the nature of sentience? We can see it running in real time. It is almost complete with the process. And we can see details. The Socratic thinking method basically has a round of question response using different contexts for the interviewer and the interviewee. And it uses the exchanges to try to illuminate ideas and question them. The output has appeared, and we can see what is the nature of sentience, and then a variety of details here. Now, if you want full information on this, because much of it is scattered across various tabs, which is a nice interface for reading, but if you wanted to copy and paste it or anything like that, you can go to Files and you can view the transcript. I believe it's this one. I must have reused this directory. And here we see the Socratic dialogue in full. On our second session, explain modern monetary theory to a squirrel. We see it has thought through 3 different types of analogies that it could think of, and it rates them. It critically analyzes them and recombines them to come up with what it thinks is the best. In a healthy forest system, the currency is acorns. A mature oak tree doesn't need acorn to earn acorns before producing them. It generates them as a natural expression of its productive capacity. Interesting. Okay. And then reading further, don't use analogy 3. It's problematic because of these issues. This is essentially a brainstorming technique designed for analogy creation. All right, and in our climate change session, we have a complete analysis. Let's see what it came up with. It came up with a number of options and rated them. It finds transparency is the most important thing. That's hard to argue with. At any rate, there are obviously a large number of reasoning tasks to choose from. Hopefully the naming is more or less self-explanatory, but if you go to the GitHub repo under docs, you can find reasoning task types documentation. This file has documentation on all of the different reasoning tasks, and if this is too long for you, you might want to use an AI browser assistant to find the best task for you. Type in what type of task is suitable for this, and it will give you a pretty well-informed decision. Anyway, I hope you find this philosophical calculator interesting. Have a great day.